It's time.
We are live, 2 p.m. It's a Wednesday. It's not a Tuesday, but it's still Third Thoughts. And it's been some time since we've been with you, some time since you've been with us.
But it's not my fault.
But it's all the Chiefs' fault. But we're back. Welcome to the podcast. My name is Clay. I am your host. And I'm here with the Chief himself in the flesh.
Yeah.
Back at full strength, full health, right? Are you at full strength?
I'm full strength, full health.
Good deal. I'm glad.
Listen, for those people out there in the world that don't know about strawberry gummies,
Strawberry gummies?
I mean,
Starburst.
Starburst gummies. They're amazing.
They are pretty good.
I was just introduced to them this weekend.
Yeah, you're welcome.
They're
You're
great.
welcome for that. The sour one specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm with it. But today's a special day because
Could be my last day.
what do you mean? On the podcast?
Could be.
No,
I
the
may
world's
quit.
ending.
I may quit today.
Are you thinking about quitting?
Oh man, what is the date today?
No, we made
25th.
it. We're still here. We made it.
we made it by 2 days.
Yep. Happy still existing day then. But today's special for Third Thoughts because we have a guest. We haven't had a guest. Why are you sounding like that? Why are you making that noise?
Well, you know, it's just I'm open as an American. I'm open to all viewpoints and
Yes.
free speech, but I just really like the ones that are like mine.
So you're gonna have trouble with this then. I'm gonna
Yes,
need
indeed.
make sure you're up on the mic though. So I don't want to be.
Well, I was trying not to smack my
No, that's
Starbucks
good.
gummy.
It's just a note. Just a note. So our special guest today needs no introduction because you know him, you love him.
Well, they might not love me, but
If you know to know him is to love him. Would you say that's correct?
Know me. To love me.
stick with the talking.
Our special guest today is the Randy Boswell.
What's up?
He is on the podcast for the first time. He's actually our second guest. We had Shane on one time, probably, I don't know, 7 or 8 episodes ago.
Yeah, and I'm really working on Opie.
Oh, yeah, that would be good. That'd be excellent. But yeah, so we decided since we were doing this on a Wednesday and Randy was here, why not? It'll add some extra flavor to the already very diverse, very inclusive
I would like to go ahead and get something off my chest.
Third Thoughts podcast.
I would like to go ahead and close out something that we've been working on, our investigative reporting here.
Oh, yeah. You said you had something special.
Yeah, this goes back to our first episode, I believe. I started talking about this.
Episode 1 or episode 0?
Episode 0, I think.
Okay.
Kim Wall,
On Halloween last year.
Peter Madsen, the guy that sank the submarine.
Yes. Was that episode 0?
I think it was. Yeah. So,
Jeez.
if you don't know about this, then you're just out of touch because it's been a major theme here. Been a story I
really
followed
has.
very closely. So we finally have some, well, maybe not complete resolution, but we have some resolution. So his trial just ended,
Yeah.
and he was found guilty of murder
Yeah.
and dismembering a corpse. Okay?
Well, that took way too long. To be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah, it did. But in the trial, there was some heavy things said. So anyway, but this is the remarkable part. This is what his lawyer said in closing arguments when it come to sentencing.
Okay.
She said, "Listen, nobody knows what happened on that submarine. It was a horror story. But nobody knows. The only thing we know is that my client dismembered her body, and he has apologized for that.
Oh, my God.
So we're asking for 6 months in prison."
He's apologized, so give him less for murdering and dismembering her body.
No. He said can't prove that he murdered her.
But that he did dismember
But he
her.
admitted to dismembering her. But this is why he dismembered her. He couldn't climb the ladder with her whole body to bury her at sea, so he had to cut her up into pieces
Okay.
to be able to get her out of the submarine and up the ladder.
Man, okay, but this goes back to the beginning of the story. It
Yes.
was just them two on the sub.
There's no head trauma. The door didn't hit her in the head. She did not die of gas
Yeah,
poisoning.
everything he said was a lie.
Correct.
I love how he admitted to dismembering her.
The last
as if
thing
that
they
makes it better.
the last thing they said was that he will appeal the ruling.
Some people, man. I guess he's got nothing else to do.
So as it happens, we'll update you more if it does happen.
Well, I mean, what do you think? So this is really not a conclusion to that story. It's more like a...
Pretty much when we heard the story, it was concluded what happened.
Yeah, everyone knew. Did you hear about that story, Randy?
Yeah, from you guys.
Oh, okay, yeah. To me, there's no question.
You're an idiot if you think anything else happened on that submarine.
But they can't prove it. Wow.
Can't prove it. We just got her body with multiple stab wounds and no arms, no legs, no head,
I don't know.
signs of sexual abuse.
Could have been a rough dismemberment, you know?
He put her body parts in individual bags and weighted them down and threw them into the ocean.
Why did he have those bags?
Well, okay, that was he carried tools on the boat that he normally doesn't have.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would you need any of that stuff?
So you could dismember her.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. It's clearly a murder.
This is actually the sequel to Dexter, right? The show that ended.
Yeah.
Didn't end.
Yeah.
It just became real life for this guy.
When he went out into the ocean, sorry if I just ruined Dexter for you guys. But
Like, if you haven't seen the end of Dexter now and you wanted to,
I don't even know what a
don't
Dexter
bother.
is.
It's terrible.
yeah.
Just
It was a TV show. You never saw it?
I don't watch TV.
That is not true.
Doesn't watch TV, doesn't have social media.
Well,
That's a lie about not watching TV.
yeah, you definitely watch TV.
I love TV.
And he uses YouTube, which is social media,
Do you watch
in a way.
Bonanza?
I'm not on YouTube.
But you use it.
I've never left a comment.
You never comment on a YouTube video
No,
in your whole life.
never. Listen, if you do this, I'm sorry, but I'm just going to be honest with you.
Be honest.
People that comment on YouTube, for the most part, are morons. They make a comment, and most of the time, they didn't even watch the video, because I watch the video and I read the comments, and I think what you just said has nothing to do with that video.
Well, no, I mean, it's well known that YouTube comments that's a cesspool.
Okay.
You just
Yeah, I
don't
didn't
go
know.
there. Yeah. No, I mean, it's
That's how
actually...
I found out about Christ alignment.
Gosh. Was that a YouTube comment? Oh, yeah, it was.
That started that deep, dark, winding.
And now we can't get away from it. I
No,
already started making a
everywhere.
deck of cards. I already started my own deck.
Drums started playing at that concert Sunday night, and I ducked. I thought it was a drum circle.
Luckily, no one removed any clothing, so. Which did happen in those. Don't look those videos. If you're listening right now, don't look those up.
But now it's censored, so don't think we're sitting around watching naked people dance.
No. I mean, it is censored, but it's like they didn't try very hard. It was low budget. The whole thing is low budget.
Yeah.
But how do they have so much staff? Anyway, that's not part of the stories today. I want to talk about DNA for a minute. Okay? I got some DNA stories.
Oh, can you tell us what DNA actually?
Yeah, something like that. Some acid. All right, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm not here to give you a science lesson. I'm just saying that scientists have discovered a new DNA shape.
DNA. It's not the double helix.
Not the double helix. It is not even the triple helix. There's a new DNA shape in human cells. And it's actually a 4-stranded
Mutants.
knot-like structure called the I motif. Okay? Upending much of what we previously thought
Humans.
could and could not exist in living humans. So, DNA comes in several other forms. We already talked about triple helix and cruciform. You guys know what a cruciform is?
No clue. I'm guessing it has something to do with a cross.
It's, yeah. But the eye motif,
See how I did that, Randy?
Yes.
That's intellectual power.
it's not the first four-stranded one, but it was first observed about 2 decades ago. And because the lab conditions were the way they were, they thought that's why it showed up. But now it's actually being found naturally. But this is just a
So
segue.
they thought it was an effect, but it was really a cause.
I don't know if that's fair to say. They thought it happened because the lab was acidic.
Gotcha.
But now it's happening in nature.
Because you need to drink 9.5 pH water.
So that's just a segue. So there's a new DNA shape, right? But also,
What does it do? Does it make us like Wolverine?
no, I don't think they know what it does. I think that's the problem. It's just appearing, and they're not sure.
Because
They're not sure what it's doing. Yeah.
I don't have it.
But what does the eye motif do? Here's what they say.
Wait a minute.
Popular
Let me
science.
reserve my comments.
Reserve your comment for just a second. There's quite a bit of evidence to suggest that it plays a role in transcription. Do you know what that is?
Is that like
In court.
No,
I don't know what it
DNA
is.
transcription. When the cell uses DNA as instructions to make different proteins.
okay? I thought that's what DNA did.
The motifs appear most commonly when DNA is being actively transcribed, but disappear when DNA is being replicated. Okay? I know this is kind of...
A man my size has lots of DNA replication that happens.
Yeah, so that's just kind of a segue because we're talking a little bit about DNA, but also that there's a new study.
Yeah, let's get on to something like that's actually interesting because our audience is going to leave.
Now, I just wanted to segue to this. Relax. Bacteria could be changing your mood.
Do you know what a Segway is?
Yeah.
A Segway is like a two-wheeled apparatus.
For big people like you.
What you just did was more of a transfer truck.
It was more like a breezeway.
Okay.
Very long breezeway.
A breezeway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it.
There's a new study.
Give it to us.
Okay. At Kyushu University in Japan.
Oh, gosh.
Say that
Okay.
again.
Kyushu University, Japan. Gut bacteria is altering your brain.
Now, listen, I'm all about gut health.
I know. See, there was a point to that DNA thing. But this is a little bit different. But gut bacteria is altering your brain. Science is piecing together how trillions of microbes that live on and in all of us, you're drinking water, our microbiome. I want you to remember that.
I got it.
Microbiome.
I already know about a microbiome.
Do you? Tell me what you know.
Just keep going.
Exactly. But conditions including depression, autism, and neurodegenerative disease are
Yes.
now being linked to these tiny creatures.
Yes.
You're on board. You sound like you know something about this.
This is kind of in my wheelhouse.
Okay. So groups of researchers believe they are on the cusp of a revolution that uses mood microbes,
Okay.
in quotations,
Okay. Not
or
this,
psychobiotics to improve mental health.
Okay. Not this weird new age stuff.
Hold on.
Okay.
The study that ignited the whole concept, right, in Japan. Research showed that germ-free mice, they can hear that. It's really loud.
Okay.
Germ-free mice, those that never came in contact with microbes, pumped out twice the amount of stress hormone when distressed
Yes.
than normal mice.
Yes.
You're saying yes so affirmatively. Just tell me what you know about this, because I feel like I'm...
It's not actually okay. This may be a new study that they did, but for a long time, depression, anxiety, most health has been traced back to gut health.
Yeah, no, I mean, I knew it's a big deal.
The microbiome that in our gut, the microclimate that's inside us, as opposed to the microclimate.
Some
that's
people
in the
have
world.
a macroclimate in there.
Mine's big enough to be macro. If you don't have proper gut health and you don't have the proper bacteria living in your gut to aid in digestion and nutrient absorption, it leads to deficiency. Deficiency causes thyroid issues,
Yeah.
causes serotonin issues. Serotonin is a big thing. Most of the body's serotonin is not produced it's produced by the gut. Most serotonin produced in the gut.
Okay.
Okay? These things all lead to depression. Eating a proper, nutritious diet, when you take an antibiotic to introduce probiotics back into your system is essential. Most doctors never tell you that. I just had strep throat,
Yep.
took an antibiotic.
And probiotic.
After I got finished with the antibiotic, you had to take the probiotic
Yeah, I've heard that.
to create the climate back in your gut. So yeah, I think that a lot of the things that we treat depression, but depression, I'm not saying always. I'm saying some depression is a result not of something wrong in the brain, but it's a symptom of a gut issue.
A microbiome issue.
Yes.
Do you know how much microbe you are? What percentage of you is microbe? Only 43% of the cells in your body are human cells. The rest are microbes.
That's a lot of microbes.
It is. Yeah. 57% is microbe.
Let me do a quick calculation. 171 pounds of microbes sitting in this chair right here.
You? That's you?
You guys can take that math and figure out the rest.
If you have the free time to do that math.
300.
That's post fast.
Yes. That's sitting here right now today.
So the rest, that 57%, includes bacteria, viruses, fungi, and single-celled archaea.
So are you disappointed that I knew what I was talking about? Or do you think I don't know what I'm talking about?
No, I think you do. I think it's interesting. This particular study was about stress.
Yeah.
And so that these mice, when they came,
Do you know
the ones that were didn't have any microbes were more stress. They were unable to cope with the stress than the ones that had the microbes.
Right. I am not a doctor,
No, yeah, I know.
but I have studied rigorously what clean whole food does to your body.
Mm-hmm.
The reason most of us suffer from these gut issues is because of the pesticides, the growth hormones,
Here it is.
the antibiotics,
I told you it
and
was
the things
coming.
that are introduced into our food.
If you listen to Third Thoughts for longer than one episode, you knew this was coming. And here it is.
Government regulations prohibit us from getting healthy food. I'm telling you, there is a conspiracy on the governmental level.
Randy, this is where you weigh in.
Population control.
Oh my Lord, this is getting even bigger.
He actually lied when he said he didn't use YouTube. There's some conspiracy videos.
Yeah,
of him.
you have been.
There's got to be.
No, okay, well, just think about it.
I am.
With all of the medicine in the world, okay?
Mm-hmm.
If we were able to eat locally grown food free of pesticides, free of anti-aging components,
Mm-hmm.
do you realize that when they ship vegetables, the distance they ship them, they spray and inject them with chemicals that stop the ripening and aging process, or by the time it got to us, it would be wilted and rotten.
Right. No, I get it.
Okay? So those things wreak havoc inside our systems. The government won't lift the restrictions because if we all ate healthy foods and we had the medicine that we have, people would live so long
It would
that
cost too
our
much.
food supply would not be able to sustain the population. And not only that, the government would go broke paying out in retirement and Social Security and Medicaid and Medicare benefits.
So Chipotle was the test case for not using pesticides, right?
And apparently all the
holistic
romaine lettuce recently.
And it all failed.
No, listen, I'm not opposed to washing the doo-doo off in the sink before you eat it. That's not what I'm talking about. E. coli doesn't come from a bug. It comes from the butt of an animal. or a human butt.
Well, it's
It's like the eggs, right? They said they caught the workers. You know, the egg recall. They caught the workers reaching down in their pants, rubbing their butt, pulling their hand out, and putting the eggs in the cartons.
Why would you do that?
Why would you do that in front of an inspector? Not just
Serotonin issues. They need proper gut health.
Microbiomes.
Yes.
Because here's another interesting point. The human genome, right?
Do we have any fact checkers out there on this show?
You can fact check the human genome, the full set of genetic instructions for a human being that we just talked about, that is continually growing with this new shape. Okay, is made up of 20,000 instructions called genes, right?
Yes.
But add all the genes in our microbiome together, and the figure comes out between 2 million and 20 million microbial genes.
Yeah.
Okay? It's known as the second genome and is linked to diseases including allergies, obesity, inflammatory bowel disease.
Did you see him look at me and say that really hard when he said obesity?
Did.
He looked up and said obesity as he stared me in the eyes.
He stared at you and your 4 sodas with like 1,000 calories.
That's 3 sodas and a bottle of water.
And we just got back from Zaxby's. We're all on the obesity train today. We ate Zaxby's.
Listen, if Jamie Page is out there listening, I just want to tell you, Jamie, I love you.
You really miss him.
I miss Jamie.
He's Zaxby's champion. Parkinson's and whether cancer drugs work and even depression and autism is all linked to this microbe genome.
I agree. They're right.
What's interesting to me is if we're still finding out new things about the human genome, which is only 20,000 genes, then how much more can there be going on with this microbe genome, which is 2 million to 20 million genes?
Well, there you go. There's the question.
Yeah, I just think an imbalance, this says the concept is an imbalancing gut microbiome is involved in depression. Do you think so? Because you're saying things like, is that what you mean by serotonin and that stuff? That's not depression, though.
Yes. Improper serotonin levels lead to depression.
Yes.
Okay.
Isn't it a serotonin reuptake inhibitor?
Yeah,
It's what
right.
most people treat depression with.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I'm talking about, Clay.
Okay, I'm with you.
And basically, these drugs, what happens is because we're not getting the proper levels of serotonin because we don't have proper gut health, we take medicine that keeps our body from absorbing. When I say we, I don't take them, but people take these to keep the body from reabsorbing the serotonin, which creates more. Mm-hmm. But the problem is, what we don't know is if when we prohibit it from being taken back in, if there is something stripped out of it when it goes through the system the first time, and we're just allowing used serotonin to sit in the system. That's why these don't work the way they should work in theory.
Mm-hmm.
That's the issue there. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So check this. University College Cork, they transplanted a microbiome from depressed patients, people, to animals. Okay? How they transferred it? Good question. But they transferred some of these microbes from a depressed person
Probably
to
a
an animal.
hose and a
Maybe. But it transferred not only the bacteria, but the behavior. So the animal became depressed in this new microbe environment. Transfer from a depressed person.
correct.
So
Because you introduced the wrong gut health. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So then I guess anything you come in contact with really affects you then.
So you're saying there is a...
It's not just what you eat.
So you're saying what we don't know is whether it is the microbiome that causes depression or the effect of the microbiome on the system that causes depression.
Well, no, I'm just wondering if we treat things the wrong way.
Yes, we do treat things the wrong way.
Because if you introduce new microbes,
here's the problem.
changes the behavior.
Here's the
changes
problem.
The disease.
I would say America is probably, we're so advanced in so many ways, but we're also probably one of the sickest groups of people And when I say sick, I don't mean dying, but I mean, issues. Because we refuse to make the changes necessary to correct the fundamental problem, gut health. If we would all do what we should do to have, but it's hard.
But I don't think it's just limited to gut health, though. If it's truly microbiome, then that is what we eat, but it's also who we're around. It's also pets and animals around.
Yes,
I mean, there's a lot of factors
Yeah,
there.
see, I'm not disagreeing with that, but I'm saying that proper gut health filters out the negative organisms.
Oh, okay. So no matter what you come in contact with, if your gut's healthy,
If your
that's
gut
what you're
is
saying.
healthy, you don't get a cold.
I'm with you.
If your gut is that is the I don't know, the refiner's fire of the body is your gut.
Okay.
That if you have the proper bacteria and organisms in your gut, they have the power to eat or to dispose of all the other negative things that pass through our gut. That's where things enter our system, is through our gut, not through our mouth.
Right. No, I'm with you. I get it. So you're saying if we just took better care of our guts,
Yes.
then the rest of these factors would be less so.
Yeah, and listen, I don't want to get gross, or I'm very funny most of the time, but I'm going to say some things here. Listen, if you want to know the condition of your gut, when you go to the bathroom, turn around and look. See what it looks like.
Yeah. Actually, that is in this article. I wasn't going to read that.
Yeah, turn around and look. If it's floating and it's not a dark black color, you're headed in the right direction.
Dark black.
Listen, when you go to the bathroom, if it hits the bottom of the toilet so hard it sounds like it's going to break the porcelain, you don't have proper gut health. I'm just saying. If it's yellow, that's not good.
There'll be a diagram online later for you guys that want to.
I'm just saying, take a look.
What about the length of your bowel movements? Does that have any relation?
I don't go to the bathroom the whole time I'm in there. I told you I watch YouTube videos.
Yeah, right. You're on social media in there, just like the rest of us.
Whatever.
Yeah. See, not that different. Not that different.
Let's move on to something else.
Okay. That's
Randy-
all. That was the end of that.
Yeah, Randy's got an inflammatory thing pulled up on his screen. I can already see it.
Come
He's
on,
trying to
come on,
bait
Randy.
me.
You're the special guest
Inflammatory.
today. Bring something up. His Chief's already. He said I'm boring, so you
I
do
didn't say
something.
you were
say that.
boring. I just said the story was.
It's a new shape.
It's not boring.
It's a big deal,
I haven't taken a science class.
It's not new. You said it's been around for 20 years.
but only in the lab. Now it's in real. It's in real natural occurrence.
They just went out to the grocery store and pulled it out of somebody. They didn't do it in the lab that time.
It was found in a. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was found in nature. It wasn't found in the lab.
Nobody's ever come up to me in the grocery store and said, "Hey, can we check for a quadrilateral quadrahedron DNA?"
Quadrahedron. I think. I mean, never mind. Let's move on.
I've hurt Clay's feelings.
I'm
now.
upset. Come on, Randy.
Hurt your feelings. All right, here we go.
Just mad that
Fresno
I knew more
State
about his
professor.
story than he did.
You did what?
I just read it today.
Fresno State professor last week criticized Barbara Bush.
Yep.
It's a little too soon. Definitely a case of too soon.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it definitely is.
She called her an amazing racist. And she said that her son was a war criminal.
That she raised.
She raised a war criminal. And
That her influence on his life made him a war criminal.
well, I mean, you could take raised in a bunch of different ways.
That's the way she meant it.
So now you can read her mind, right? Here we go. Actually, she did say some good things about her, too. She says she was a generous and smart, and then she says amazing racist, who, along with her husband, raised a war criminal. And there's a word scratched out in black, and I don't think we can say that here. We're family friendly.
Yes.
Blank out of here with your nice words. So she wasn't
What does she teach?
English.
Okay. Scroll back down. Right there, that sentence makes no sense.
That's because she only had 40
The
characters.
one with the right, but I tell you what, she should be fired over that.
Then Trump should be fired over.
He's not an English teacher.
No, he's not.
Listen, we're just holding out. We're holding out in the Trump years till we can get to the Kanye years.
Hold on, let him finish.
Go ahead.
Because
No, so the university conducted an investigation, and they determined that her free speech was more important than firing her. She's tenured, so there's nothing they can do.
Of course.
There's been a petition with 50,000 online signatures. This was as of last Tuesday.
Right.
So what do you think? I know you disagree with me.
No, I don't disagree with the fact that she has the right to say it.
Yes.
In America, you have the right to be an idiot if you want to be an idiot. You have the right to say that if you want to say it. First of all, it was classless to say it when she said it.
Yeah, maybe it was too soon.
But I'm just being me.
Come on. Liberal conservative.
See a picture of her, I can already tell she's not the classiest lady.
I'm speechless.
I'm just saying.
You
Okay?
can't be speechless on a podcast.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
okay. Should she be fired?
This is a good topic, actually.
Yeah, should she be fired? Or better yet, let's back up to the very origin of this. Should anyone ever reach the place where they can't be fired?
In any realm.
Is tenure even a good concept?
No, I don't think so.
Well, I mean, it's going out. They're not really...
Right.
I have friends that are making less than minimum wage teaching. They're professors. And when you figure it up, they don't get health insurance. They're teaching 3 adjunct classes, driving here, there,
Right.
and yonder, and they make less than minimum wage. That's
yeah, that's right.
that's what tenure prevents, is that type of situation. But yeah, I think you got to, at some point, enough is enough.
But do you know why your friends are doing that? Because this idiot's tenured and they can't get rid of her to give
Exactly.
your friend a job.
Yep, because people are living longer.
yeah. Oh, because
They have good gut health.
they have
apparently.
good microbiome.
I'm not saying that we're not living longer. We are. I'm just saying how long would more people live if the government wasn't keeping us from good food? So, but no. Back to this. Do I believe she should be fired? Yes. The reason is because I would not want someone who said that, even though it is free speech. And you have the right to say whatever you want to say, but that does not relinquish you from the consequences of what you say. I have the right to say it, but I'm not immune to the repercussions of what I say. Right?
Okay. So what would not having the right to say it look like then?
Nazi Germany,
You put her in jail.
Russia.
Jail? So
That's-
jail is the difference?
That's criminal.
Jail for that?
No, freedom of speech just means it's not criminal to say that.
Okay. So there's no... Okay. Yeah, so there's no punishment by law.
Correct.
That's what the right gives you.
All right.
Freedom from the punishment.
If Clay said that, I'm telling you right now, if Clay said that working for me, I would fire him.
Which part? The amazing racist or the war criminal?
Either.
Or the timing.
I mean, combining them all together.
So were there weapons of mass destruction?
What about jet fuel?
We've got him speechless for the first time.
No, I'm just getting ready. Weapons of mass destruction doesn't matter.
Wait a minute. Why does it matter? Go ahead. I want to hear this.
Weapons of mass destruction is irrelevant to this comment.
There's a cause and effect there.
The reason is because that particular person, Saddam, however you want to say his name, depending on
Sodom.
which era, his father called him Sodom.
And Gomorrah?
He intentionally called him Sodom. Okay. We had,
Really?
huh?
Really? I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Why?
It means something different. I don't know what it means.
In
but-
Arabic.
He had bad gut health.
Yeah. So, the guy funded terrorists.
Jeez.
He was an advocate for hostility towards America, and W went in and did a job that should have been done by his father.
Wait, who?
W.
What job did he do?
W?
George W.
You know good well that's not how you normally say
So
it.
what, W went in and destabilized.
W. George W. Bush.
No, it's not W.
W.
He's going southern on us. He's making it two
W.
syllables.
W.
W.
So he destabilized an entire region? Is that what you mean, the job he should have done? And we can't get out now.
I'm just going to talk to the chat while y'all go through this.
Yeah. No.
What's up, chat?
He went in. He did the job that should have been done. Okay, there's a job that should be done in North Korea.
There is negotiations now.
Oh, yeah, they stopped doing their missile test.
Yeah. He said he's going to close down a test site.
He's out of gas is the only reason. When he gets some more gas, he's shooting another missile.
That's probably true.
The question is, how is he going to fly out of the country? They said their jets are so old. They don't know how he's going to get out of the country to have a meeting.
Listen, would some people, okay, would most people that slant liberal classify him as a war criminal? Probably. Mm-hmm. Because the whole issue there is weapons of mass destruction.
What's preemptive war versus, preventative war, preemptive? There's a big difference in preemptive and preventative war.
And we also know this. You put a Democrat in office, taxes go up. You put a Republican in office, we go to war.
But what if you put Kanye in office?
We go to war because after the Republican goes to war, then the Democrat has to come in and raise the taxes to pay for said war. 2008, you remember that, the whole collapse of the government?
Yeah, I'm just saying
Not
that
government,
those are
collapse of
things.
the economy.
Those are things that we can expect.
I lost a lot of money on that.
So
Weapons of mass destruction.
if she says that, okay, here's the thing. You're taking it out of context because what you're doing is you're saying that the emphasis is here on war criminal. But that's not the emphasis of this statement. The emphasis is here. This woman who did much good for our country, who was kind, who helped people, and nobody can deny the fact that she helped
Oh, for sure.
thousands of people.
For sure.
And in a moment of grief for this family. Listen, when Saddam Hussein was hung and the skin ripped from his neck and there was a gaping wound.
So violent today.
I know, right? I feel like
I saw the picture.
It's just graphic.
I felt sympathy for his family. I did not like the man. But in that moment, I knew that his family was full of grief, and I felt sympathy for his family. This woman took an opportunity, as most cowards do, to pounce on someone when they were down and low, and bring a good woman who never had any history of being a racist. She never did anything to take away or to harm someone of another race intentionally. And to pounce upon her and say these things in a moment of grief. And another part of this story is George was so overwhelmed by the death of his wife that he's now in the hospital.
Oh, I don't agree with what she said. Let me interject that before,
Just make that clear.
I just want to make sure I'm clear. I don't think what she said.
But here's
I don't
the
think
thing.
he's a war criminal either.
Okay, basically what this college is saying by not firing her is that we're okay with this response. That's what they're saying.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
They're really afraid they're going to be sued and lose in the litigious society that we live in.
I mean, this woman is a minority. This woman is from the Middle East. So, yes, I think that's...
Yeah. I mean, and she said that she would sue them. She made that public. She would sue them if she was fired. So they're afraid to be sued.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But they make the statement, hey, we're okay with this lady. Now, what they have to do is because they're running an organization here, they have to sort through the positive and negatives of that. They need to make a decision about whether or not the inflow of funds in support of her will outweigh the funds that they're going to lose by supporting her.
It is California. Do keep that in mind.
But also some of their largest donors have already said we're withholding funds to see what's happening, and they are on the conservative side. There's one family in particular that I think it was like 3 generations had attended there, and they were major contributors. And now their child has declined, was accepted, and has declined to go there as a result of this. So that probably means the money's going somewhere else too. You have the right to run your institution the way you want to in America.
Mm-hmm.
I would have fired her.
Right.
But I think everybody knows I would have.
Yeah, no, it's clear.
But probably I would have fired her long before this.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's probably said other inflammatory things that would not represent me and my institution well. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah. Why don't you, Randy,
You can't just say, should she have been fired?
That's what you're saying? Oh, it's not like it's not an objective
Those opinions
thing.
are going to vary based on how many people you ask that to.
Sure.
But some things are objective. Like crimes. Do you think crimes?
Had she killed
Right, yeah. Like there's
former first lady? Yeah, she should have been fired for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no, yeah, right.
Or if free speech wasn't a right.
Correct.
Because then it would be against the law.
She would have violated the law at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Randy, you had something about Yeti.
Yes. If you don't know what Yeti is, it's a cooler. And in the hunting world, the barbecue world, which I came from back in the day, as in 6 months ago, it's a wildly popular cooler. I mean, it's wicked expensive. When I say expensive, it's like what, $300-$400 for a.
You guys know what the Yeti is, right?
Yeah, it's a big cooler. Yeah. Everybody knows what it is. They have hats. They have all this stuff. Mostly redneck people wear them. Which will good segue into what we're about to go.
I think you offended Chief.
Probably.
I don't have a Yeti.
He has a Yeti undershirt.
They're too expensive.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of one of those weird.
I do
things.
think they should make underwear
Yeti underwear
to keep you cool or warm, depending on what you're.
Is it like electronic? You turn it on?
No, it's just insulated.
So how does it keep you cool? It breathes well?
If the outside is hotter than the inside,
It
would
shoots
keep you cool. Because it would insulate you from the
cool
heat.
air. So you have to put them on in cool air.
Yeah. Oh, that's even better. Put them on standing over the air conditioner.
And it keeps it that temperature all day?
Mm-hmm.
That is a good Yeti.
Okay, go ahead, Randy. I'm sorry.
Yeti may not have the money to do this.
Randy will not come back on the show. He's very frustrated.
No, I'm good, dude.
The way that this flows.
I like him
good.
being here, though.
It's all good, man. Here it
Trifecta
is.
is nice.
It's third thoughts, too, right? All right, here we go.
You want me to take that call live on the air?
I don't think so.
Do it.
I don't think you
censor
should. No. I'll have a button.
So Yeti apparently recently has gotten rid of a discount they were giving NRA members. And the NRA members are going crazy. They're boycotting it. And on my Facebook,
could have got a discount
yes,
on a Yeti cooler.
You could have. Probably like not much. But you could have got a discount. And apparently these guys are going so crazy. Some of them are blowing their coolers up. There's a guy that's which okay, let me stop. It makes no sense to me. You've already paid for the cooler.
Right.
You're not giving them any more money.
That's like,
and you're blowing it up.
That's like when
Can't even use it.
LeBron made his announcement to carry his talents to South Beach. His jersey sales actually went up because people were buying them to burn them.
It's a statement. They're paying for the statement.
That's a lot of money to pay for a statement.
It is
a lot.
You know, I think Yeti probably.
You have a Yeti cooler, Chief?
No, I can't afford a Yeti cooler.
What do you have? One of the off-brand, like Ocean or something? What's it called?
No, I have one that I borrowed from John Belangia.
So you took it.
Yeah, I killed a couple of deer and I didn't have a way to get them home because I wasn't really expected to kill anything.
So he let you borrow it and you just never.
I haven't returned it.
So it's like a Blockbuster deal.
John, I'm going to bring your cooler back to you this weekend, probably.
He's not listening.
Are you going this weekend?
Am I going? Yes, I'm going.
Force them to a decision on there. So these guys are blowing these up. People are.
I just don't know if I'm taking his cooler.
Nice.
But I'm definitely going.
So I do want to say, if there's anybody out there that wants to get rid of their Yeti cooler, I will gladly take it.
I will take it too. Don't blow it up.
3622 Atlanta Highway.
I need
Bring it
it.
here and drop it off. Chief needs it.
I need those coolers. With the amount of meat that I bring out of the woods, I need Yeti coolers.
You're trying to bring back a turkey this week, right?
Yeah, I'm going to do some turkey hunting during the daylight hours and some hog hunting during the nighttime hours.
You rolling 24s? You going all day, all night?
No, hunt, nap. Hunt, nap. Hunt, sleep.
Sounds like his office day. Work, nap.
Work nap.
Work, nap.
Eat nap. Podcast nap.
So, Randy, what do you think about that? I mean, I know you're probably not a big, NRA.
I'm a gun owner.
You're a gun owner, but are you an NRA supporter?
Are you an NRA supporter, Chief?
I'm an NRA member.
Oh, you are?
I am a member, card-carrying member of. I'm actually not carrying it, but I am a card holder of the NRA.
You don't have it with you right now?
I don't have it with me right. I said that, and I knew you were going to say, "Whip it out, let us see it, Chief."
I was about
and you were
going to
take a picture of it. I don't have it with me. It's actually in the front zipper pocket of my go bag, which is at
Why
home.
is it in your go
You have
bag?
a go bag? See, I told you he's a conspiracy theorist.
Oh, no. Okay, so his whole farm thing came from his prepping. He was originally a prepper. He thought the end was happening.
No.
On April 23rd.
Chief,
He used a
No.
pseudonym.
you said it was coming.
It is coming, and we're closer to it than we were yesterday. Just
That was like a
because
year
that's the way
ago.
time works.
If time's near.
It is.
Only for us.
Only for us.
God doesn't need time.
But okay, so but why do you have it in your go bag? Why do you need that card after the end? The apocalypse.
The reason that it's in my go bag is because the last time I used it, I stuck it in my front pocket.
Wait, you used your go bag?
No, I used my NRA card.
So you did believe the April 23rd thing was coming. Is that what you're saying?
No, I used my NRA card when last time I bought some ammo and I got a discount with my NRA card. Okay, and it was in my front pocket, and then I was going shooting, and I emptied my pockets, and I just stuck it in there, and I just left it in there. But I know that's where it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do I think from a business perspective? I don't think it's smart for Yeti.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure it's not a good business. I mean, Grizzly, one of their main competitors, actually made a cooler recently, and I have a Grizzly because I got it for a discount, not an NRA discount, a friends and family discount. But my Grizzly cooler, it's not worth the money. But anyways, so the Grizzly coolers, they've actually made one and printed the Second Amendment on the top of that cooler as a response to Yeti. That's brilliant marketing.
That
whoever
is
did
brilliant.
It really is.
It is.
That's the thing about this stuff is like I understand wanting to make a statement, but as a company, like you can't just alienate entire large groups of people if you want to be financially responsible.
Right.
They should just be as neutral as possible.
Sure.
Sell it to everyone. If you're in the money making business, you need to do whatever you need to do to make money.
Well, if
from
you're a
everyone.
good capitalist, right?
Yeah, like if you're good,
Yeah.
good American capitalism.
It's like years ago when Oldsmobile decided that they needed to sell to a younger generation, and they came out with the ad, "This is not your your grandfather's Oldsmobile."
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
When was that? Was that like
It was a long time ago.
probably not then?
Okay, Oldsmobiles no longer exist. You know that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I knew that. Mhm.
Because what happened is all the young people went to the car lot and said, "Oh, yeah, this is my grandfather's Oldsmobile because it still looks the same." But Grandpa said, "Oh, it's not." And Cadillac, as a response to "This is not your grandfather's Oldsmobile," came out and said, "We will give you $1,000 cash if you switch from Oldsmobile to Cadillac." And it was the nail in the coffin. They
Really?
capitalized.
Now, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, they sure did.
So in
incredible
trying to-
marketing response.
Yeah.
Trying to market to a different consumer, they alienated their main buyer.
Mm-hmm.
That's what is happening right here.
Right.
It's kind of like what Coke Zero did to me.
Well, on a smaller scale, yes,
Pretty big scale in my life.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, if you're, and I'm just going to use Randy's terminology,
Mm-hmm.
if your major market is rednecks, Don't alienate the rednecks.
We're going from A to B here, but okay. It's true.
Yeah, well, yeah. No, I mean,
Some
if
of those
that's
are-
who's buying them,
Some of those are upper class rednecks. I don't know if we could come up with. Is there another word for that? Upper class redneck,
country,
country, farmer,
Elite redneck.
elite redneck. Yes, they will
Socially
Reddest.
elite redneck.
They might not like the
white
social
collar,
elite part.
white collar redneck.
White collar redneck. There we go. We just coined a new phrase today.
White collar, blue blood redneck. It's red, white, and blue.
Oh my, that's the most American.
Is that
you
an
can be.
oxymoron? White collar redneck?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
Redneck is a way of life. It's a lifestyle.
Chief would know.
It's not a. It's a state of being.
What do you think? Like, would be like like a key identification, like maybe like a inflatable hot tub on your back porch that doesn't work,
It's not on my front porch. It's not on my back porch anymore.
but it was,
It was. It's in my garage now.
but it still doesn't work. But you use it for something.
I use it as a chicken brooder.
Okay.
Or what,
if you
what about this? What about plugging a leak in your roof with a swimming pool, and that doesn't work? So then you take a tube and drill a hole in the side of your house.
and run the
vent
water
it
from the
out,
swimming
and it
pool
runs
out.
out.
That's pretty redneck.
Is that
That's
redneck?
ingenuity.
Ingenuity. That's
Yeah.
exactly what a redneck would say.
But I am ordering a new hot tub.
A new inflatable one?
It is inflatable, but this one is real tree camo, so you won't be able
Wait a
to
minute.
see it.
I know
That's even more redneck.
I might can get you a discount, so hold off on that. Let's talk afterwards. Not on a camo one, though. Why
I
would
don't
you
care
want-
if it's camo or not. That
Are
was
you
just
gonna,
the
like-
cheapest one.
He's going to sit on his back porch in the camo hot tub with his gun and hunt.
This crossbow.
I don't hunt.
crossbow.
I don't hunt from it. I'd have to build a platform so I could see.
We did hunt a deer with a crossbow in his backyard one time. No one's listening that cares about that.
That's not a true story.
That is a true story.
That was after a football game.
An early football game.
That FSU
Wasn't that
lost.
early?
It was at nighttime when we did it.
FSU lost, right?
It was most certainly nighttime when we did it.
But we fired no shot.
No.
Nor was there ever any real intention of firing a shot.
Sure.
It was just fun chasing the deer at night through the woods.
Were you in the hot tub, though?
No.
Okay.
The hot tub was already
At-
broken.
Yeah,
at this
at,
point.
yeah. At no time were we in the hot tub.
I never got to experience the hot tub. It only lasted like a month.
What happened to it?
The pump broke.
Poor gut health. Did that lead
Well, it
to...
lasted a long time. At least 6 months
That's not very long to me.
for the price I paid in comparison to a professional grade hot tub. And it's not meant to be used continuous use like I did. Like I got in it every day for 6 months. It's like a camping hot tub.
Now it's a chicken brooder.
Now it is a chicken brooder.
Wait a minute. I think I missed that part. The chickens are in it.
Yeah, so it doesn't work.
Only the
So
baby chicks.
it's still inflated, and he uses it for various things. Now, at the moment, it's a chicken
No,
brooder.
that's redneck.
But what I'm thinking
I know,
about,
for
but
sure.
I have given thought to digging a deep hole and putting it in there and filling it up with water and allowing it to be a duck pond for my ducks.
You could dig a deep hole, put a little door on it, put your go bag there.
I don't need to. I've got a
You already have a bunker somewhere.
I have a 50-gallon drum cash buried.
Do you really?
Of course, you don't.
No, I don't. I'll
Right
tell you
now,
that
right here,
right
you,
now.
you can tell that this guy grew up in the Pentecostal movement right here. Too much of the charts, too much worry.
Yeah, how many prophecy charts have you done?
Listen, I don't understand those things.
Yeah, I don't either. They're really weird. What? Speaking of weird, what do you think dragon energy is?
Oh, that's easy. I know what dragon energy is.
Tell me what it is.
Dragon energy is that part of the microbiome that spins out of very special elite people to create a superhuman intellect and ability to run for the highest office in the land.
So you would say Donald Trump does indeed have dragon energy.
Donald Trump is
He is dragon energy?
he is dragon energy, and he's breathing that dragon energy right now into Kanye West.
He's breathing into one piece of major legislation in almost 2 years.
Do you think...
Sorry.
Well, apparently Kanye West does have dragon energy as well. And Trump is his brother.
Yes, I believe that. Not from the same mother,
No.
because Trump is older than his mother would be if she was still alive.
I love how you just casually dropped that onto the floor.
I ate it.
And then Randy ate it.
He's not offering to give me any. I'm going to take it.
I'm sorry. No, you want to.
This is
But
why.
listen,
This is
hold
why
on,
the video would be great.
But listen, I do want to say this. If you want us to have video, patreon.com/third podcast.
Third podcast. You can get us on the Patreon at all times for money purposes. There was no hunting.
I am.
If you're on the fence, there was no hunting.
people that listen to this podcast know how conservative I am. Mm-hmm. But I do not blindly support
The Antichrist.
our president. I don't blindly support him. There are things that he does that I support. There are things that he has done and is doing that I am vehemently opposed to. That he's making a mistake. We've talked about it on this podcast before.
We have.
That I feel that the issues that our country went through throughout the 1950s and the decisions that were made through segregation, even the way desegregation was handled, that we failed an entire people group.
Yes.
And we are standing on the threshold of failing yet another entire people group. And it breaks my heart. Because the laws... Now, and listen, I don't know. I'm not in the Oval Office when the doors are closed and what is said. If the intent of what he said is that criminals who are here through illegal means, if that is the true intent of the law, then I support that. But that is not what is happening.
No, not at all. It's the execution of it by
Yes, yes. What is happening is that is been taken as a free liberty to go and arrest anybody they want to arrest and deport them.
Yeah.
It's
And that's not right.
no, and I think some of that's just the rhetoric. Even, I mean, what's said in public, the rhetoric, the tweets, some of that has created that environment where people feel free to do that.
And I will say this, which seems contradictory, but let me say this, get it off my chest, since we've been out for at least 2 weeks. I don't know how long we've missed the podcast.
We missed 1 week.
Okay, but the wall. I am both in favor of completely and against completely the building of the wall. Build the wall. If Donald Trump wants to build the wall and secure our borders, both on the north and the south, let's don't build it just on the south because people that look like us and act like us come in from the north.
But do they? They don't talk like us.
No, they don't talk like us.
But you understand what I mean. You can't pick them out in a crowd.
Just
Yeah, well,
Build the wall. Build the wall. But if you build the wall, fix legal access to our country.
yes, create a pathway
Would
to
that-
immigration that's fair.
so would the Toronto Raptors still be in the NBA if he built a northern wall?
Well, we could. I'm just whether Golden State would still be in the NBA.
If they secede from
Collects
the union,
it.
if they secede from the union, could they still be a team? Could the California team still be in the?
Well, we accept Toronto,
Yeah, except Toronto. We used to have a baseball team.
But they didn't leave us. They want to be with us.
right? But anyway, if you're gonna build the wall, but fix legal immigration, fix a path to come here legally, because that's why so many people are coming here illegally, because they have exhausted all means to come here legally because the system is bogged down and broken.
That's right.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah, I'm with you.
Or leave it like it is. Don't try to fix it and let all these people that are supposed to be doing a job sit on their lazy tails and not do their government job like so many people do.
I wish I had a gunshot sound.
Draw a check, right?
That's right.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
And then just let people come across the border.
Yeah, yeah,
They're sending the National Guard to guard the border. That's fine. Fix legal means to enter our country.
That's right.
yeah. Well, it's just like any huge problem. There's no one solution. You got to do
No,
multiple.
there is
things.
one solution. This is actually a
Yeah.
huge problem that there is one solution to.
Okay.
Fix a legal means to enter our country. Fix
Yeah.
the process.
The process is crazy. If you don't know, go read about it. It's absolutely insane, the limited amount of people that can come to America. It is, and the way that they can come, the process stretches out 10 years for some people. And it's not just from Mexico. I heard a story recently of an
That's from
Iranian.
anywhere, yeah.
There's an Iranian Christian who's here. He works for a company. He's worked for him for years. Great hard worker, friend of my friend. And this guy went to court. The judge looked at him, denied his visa or his denied allowing him to stay here. He looked at him and said, "If I go back to Iran, I will die." This guy's father-in-law and mother-in-law were looking for his family to have them killed. They put out a hit on him. He tells the judge this. The judge looks at him and says, "I don't care."
Mm-hmm.
If there's not something broken about that.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's like that guy that was deported after being here for, he has like the 3 kids, and they're like pretty much adults now, and he's been here his whole life,
Yeah.
and he has to go back now, and he can never come back.
Yeah, and you can't come if you get caught after so many times. It's like 10 years.
His whole
before you
life is here.
Now, I know that in other parts of our country, there are places in our country that they don't understand where I come from on this issue.
Yeah, no, that's for
for
sure.
sure. Yeah,
If you live in the Northeast, you can't understand what I'm saying right now.
it's different. There's the Brazilian population in the Northeast is in it. I would say it doesn't touch ours, but it rivals it. There's a
No, I'm talking about exclusively. I'm talking about
Right.
miniaturize it.
yeah.
The Hall County area where we live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, if we deported every person who is not documented, who is not legally documented that is here, it would bankrupt our economy. Hall County's economy, if today is Wednesday, if on Thursday they pulled in mass transports and they found every single person that's undocumented, they put them on a bus and they shipped them out of here, our economy would look like Detroit's by Christmas.
So you're saying it would be like if Yeti told the NRA
We
that
don't
they
want
weren't
you
doing
anymore.
discounts.
Yes, absolutely. These are good people.
Yeah.
Because what has happened is ICE has found a money-making machine.
Yep.
Sure, which is the root problem of all this stuff, really.
They find anybody that does not have a paper,
Yeah.
whether they are a criminal or not, and they say, give us $12,000. That's what it cost. Give us $12,000, preferably cash. We're going to let you start the process. If you don't complete the process and get through the legal process, I think it's 9 months, which is they won't even process your paperwork in 9
way.
months.
They won't even
Yeah.
look at it.
They're playing tiddlywinks up in Washington, D.C. in that office right now.
Tiddlywink.
Yeah, instead of funding a wall, we need to fund more workers to process and push these things.
Oh, yeah,
What we
'cause
need
they-
to do is fire the ones that are there.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
But, and they're making $12,000 a pop, knowing that they're going to deport the people anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? Now I know where he drives his car home from work. So in 3 weeks, I'm going to sit in the bushes and wait for him to roll through that stop sign, and I'm going to stop him again, and I'm going to charge him another $12,000
and then still deport him.
and still deport him.
Yeah. It's a trap, for sure.
The guy the people that killed the teenagers up in Connecticut or wherever it was, don't deport him. Hang him.
The conservatism comes out.
No, I mean, I'm just
The old school.
saying, you hang more people on the public square, less people create problems. Just televise it. I'm just saying.
You're always just saying.
Hey, take us out of here, Clay.
Yeah, we've been going like an hour. This was good. I think it might be worth.
I'm wound up today.
Yeah, you are. It might be worth considering doing having more interaction. I think we need more people in the show.
Yeah, I want Donald Trump on the show.
All right. What if we got Kanye and Donald in here? There's so much dragging going on.
I think, what's it called? Dragon what?
Energy.
I think I got dragon energy too.
You got some dragon energy? You might do
Mountain
it.
Dew energy.
I'm going to look it up. If you know what dragon energy is,
Next week's episode, dragon energy.
would have been
Dragon
good
Ball
for
Z.
today on next week's
Next
episode.
week's episode will be on location
Yes, it will. Where are we going to be?
in a car.
Oh, gosh. Okay, we're going to have a lot of people on the show then. Well, just one more.
Just one more.
Us three and one more.
Yeah.
Columbus, Georgia.
Yeah. We can do it from a phone.
Yeah.
It'll be cool. Yeah, so next week, that'll be fun. Be on location. Be in between here and there. Hey, if you've been listening to Third Thoughts, we appreciate you, and we are so glad you've been with us. It's been an interesting day. It's been fun. It's always good to switch it up on Wednesday, but you can normally catch us on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. live on Spreaker.com. Also, if you are listening later, you can check us out on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, YouTube, SoundCloud, all of those things. What are you guys laughing about?
We were just
I
talking
got a text
about
from my wife.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Some text messages that came in, some
Yeah, the
feedback
chat
from the show.
The chat's been good today. Thanks, chat, for being lively. You guys in there, we appreciate that. But make sure you
Is there any
catch up with us.
inflammatory chat?
There's a few. No, not really. Not really. I mean, not really. I wouldn't call that inflammatory.
Do they agree with me or not?
They weren't really like agreeing or not agreeing.
Oh, okay.
It was just comments.
Okay.
But we appreciate that. Catch us next week, Tuesday at 4 p.m. We will be driving, so it will be a little bit different episode as well. Make sure you like and share. Give us a review on Apple Podcasts. That really helps us. If you want to get to the Patreon, you can do that. Listen, until next time, this has been Third Thoughts. I am Clay, your host. I've been with the Chief in the flesh. Thanks to Randy, our guest. We'll see you next week.
Clay's got me all baffled now.
Off. Kate, I almost said at the end.